And I'm getting a little hungry. Isn't it that time? At 4:30 here on the East Coast, we're taking a look at our today's special value. And what is it? Well, it's not just any steak. It is the Reserve Center Cut Sirloin Steaks from Rastelli's. They are our #1 food brand, and in fact, they're celebrating 5 years here at QVC. So in that short period of time, they've become our #1 food brand. They are all in addition to that, they are Customer Choice Award winners for Most Recommended Brand 2 years in a row. They are the winner for Best Grilling Food. And this is, as we mentioned, that Reserve Black Angus center cut of the sirloin. And this is something that we have as a today's special value. We are so excited. It is the everything steak because there is so much that you can do with this. Look at that juiciness. Look at the marbling there. It is the leanest cut, but as you can see, juicy, flavorful, and ready to go to work for you in whichever way you would like to prepare it. M71143 is your item number, and we have it in your choice of 10 of the huge 6-ounce fillets, or you can double that and get 20. So if you get the 10, it is going to be 4 easy payments of $22.25 for the 10. That means each one of these is $8.90 for a 6-ounce sirloin steak. When you double your order and make it the 20, we actually are going to save you $29, and it brings each one of these individual 6-ounce sirloin steaks down to a price of $7.45 a piece. That's bananas. But that's what we call our today's special value. Here are your choices, and here's what you're letting us know. You're choosing that 10 count or the 20 count. You're also choosing, well, when would you like them? Would you like them right now, which I always say, yes, let's go with now, or the week of February 15th? So speaking of the immediate ship week, let's do it. You'll get it in time for February 14th for Valentine's Day. So if you want to make that fancy dinner, these will be on hand. And then you let us know, do you want one shipment or would you like to keep them coming? I always recommend to keep them coming because here's what you're doing. You're locking in the easy pay. You're locking in our today's special value price, and it's free shipping with every single one of those shipments. You can also modify when you want that delivery to be. So it's really just our promise to you that we're going to deliver it to you every 90 days for 2 years. Here's the thing that you need to know. We've sold over 4 million sirloin steaks from Rastelli. So it is our #1 brand. They actually service the world's only 7-star restaurant in Dubai, and they provide us and you, our cherished customer, with the meat. Now, if you have already ordered these or you're familiar with Rastelli, we'd love to hear your story. We're at 1-800-395-1601. I've already done a couple of cuts here. I'm going to put this over on this beautiful salad and turn what is a ho-hum salad. Let me bring these over here. Into all of a sudden
a feast.
A feast. And the one that you'd get at that steakhouse, right? But you'd pay $17, $18 for that salad with that center cut of the Black Angus on top. I'm going to put a little dressing on here, and all of a sudden that salad has gone from ho-hum to wow, I am absolutely ready to dig in. Let me welcome in my guest. He's America's Butcher. He's ours for over 46 years. His name is Ray Rastelli. He always shares with us the provenance of where this Black Angus beef is coming from, why this cut, and why now. Hi, Ray Rastelli. Happy 5th anniversary.
Hi, Rachel. Thank you so much. And can you imagine 5 years and 4 million steaks later, we are still here. And we brought something really special today and really rare because oh, look at that picture. There's a couple of really
5 years
younger
ago.
guys, right? 5 years ago. But what we brought today is something that's it's very special. We don't get a lot of them because remember, our reserve collection, only 4% of all of our cattle that come in actually qualify for this size steak. So this steak is really sold at the upper end steakhouses. But I want to show you what we go through to get this steak. We first take this. This is a hip of beef or a top butt. This is where the sirloin steak is actually embedded deep inside here. But what we do is we age this for 45 days, Rach, and then what we do is we peel this cap off, which is a fat cap. Then we take all this intermuscular fat and what we call silver or nerve off of it. And what do we wind up with? We wind up with these beautiful sirloins. And then we cut them into beautiful tubes like this, and we make that beautiful steak. So I want you to look at this. This is what you're going to get. There is no fat. There is no nerve. There is no sinew. There is nothing but beautiful sirloin steak. And here's what we do. We just take this steak, We trim the front off of it because we want to make sure you get center cut. And this is what you're getting. It is 6 ounces of pure, beautiful steak. Now look at the marbling inside that steak. That means it is coming from our reserve collection. You'll notice there is no fat on this steak at all, which means you're going to eat from one end to the other. So it is wonderful just as a steak, Rachel, but I call this the everything steak, and there's a reason for it, because I can do everything with it. It's really simple. It's the reason why you need to have this in your freezer, because during these cold winter months, it's going to be up to your imagination to what you can do, and you're going to learn about all the things that I actually do with this steak.
Right. I just want to remind you, if you're just jumping in and just joining us, you are being introduced to Ray Rastelli. He's celebrating 5 years here. This is what you're looking at, Black Angus. It is the Reserve Collection center cut sirloin. So he was just sharing with us, you've got beautiful marbling, but beautiful juiciness and tenderness. Walk over here with me, because I just want to share with you, and Ray is going to talk about the everything aspect of this. But ideas for you. If you wanted to make it a wrap, you could totally put this inside a wrap. I already put this on the salad. If you want to make kebabs, you can just slice it up, because you're eating every single morsel of the steaks you're getting. And kebabs, you wanted to add a little surf and turf, that's absolutely what you can do. Or if you wanted to make tacos, you can do that too. It's M71143. Come on over here and let me remind you, a lot of you all are jumping in on the 10 count of steaks, and that's great. That means each one of these 6-ounce steaks is $8.90. But I implore you to consider the 20 count. That brings it down to $7.45 a steak. And by the way, they are fine in your freezer for a year. So you don't need to eat these right away. You're just, being mindful and spending your money wisely. We save you $29 by buying the 20 count. We're shipping it to you for free. If you want to lock in auto delivery in this phenomenal price, we'll continue to ship it to you for free every 90 days for a full 2 years. And there's so many things that you can do with it. I'm going to welcome in Ray again and ask you to call too. I'm going to welcome in Ray again to show you what he's doing with his steaks. And I'm going to make a little sandwich while he's giving us some ideas as well.
So, Rach, it's really simple. This steak has no fat on it. It's completely trimmed, and it's been aged. So I'm going to take it, and all I'm going to do is cut it into cubes. Why? Because I'm going to make kebabs, and I'm going to make stew, and I'm actually going to make a bolognese, and here I'm making a chili. Look how simple that is, so you can actually be the butcher. How about a Philly steak? Take that steak that you've got here. Now, I would take it, and I'd put my hand on top, and I would slice it like this so that you get a beautiful, thin Philly steak, right? That's a beautiful piece of meat. But because some people are a little skittish like that, here's a little tip. Take a saucer. Take the saucer, put that on top of the steak so your hand is not near the knife, and then go right through the center of that steak, just like that. So that way, little tip, you won't get cut. You get this beautiful steak, and what do I do with it? Well, I can roll it. I can make a braciole out of it. I can stuff it. There's so many things that I can do with the steak. And you know what? We give you all of that information on this card. And also, if you go to QVC.com, I have got a video there that shows you how to do it. And you're also going to see on QVC.com, because of our 5th anniversary, we've added all kinds of new, really exciting items on QVC.com just for you. You
know what, Ray? I actually made this afternoon, and I like to put in a little bit of olive oil, and I put it in a skillet, and then it's about, 4 or 5 minutes aside. I do that from thawed, so I took it out of my freezer last night, and then it was ready for me to absolutely enjoy today. And I love that I can put a little bit of seasoning on this. Yum, yum. That's super delicious. How about if I bring this up here? There's so many things that you can do with this steak. That's why you're calling it the everything steak. This looks delicious. Okay, I'm going to cut into this.
That's a braciole.
Oh, that's a braciole, yes.
Whoa, look at that. I mean, how did you do this, Ray? This looks amazing.
And just what I just did, I just sliced it very thin for you. So all you have to do then is roll your favorite. That looks like some spinach and mozzarella in there.
Yeah.
It's really your imagination. You can do so many things with the steak now. It is wonderful just as a steak, but let me show you one of the things that I love to do with the steak, because it's a really great steak. And here's what we're going to do. So we're going to take a steak, and I'm going to use my plate again to show you how it goes. But I'm going to go only about 3/4 of the way through the steak. And what I do is really open it up. So here's a couple things I can do. I can use this and stuff it, right? I can stuff that steak, or what I can do is I can just take some cellophane over top, and here's what I can do. Take my mallet, and let me show you what I've actually done in literally 30 seconds here. We have got an incredible chicken fried steak. Look at the size of that. And of course, what's better than chicken fried steak than, of course, some of that beautiful white gravy. Now look at this. This is one steak that can pretty much feed a small family.
That's one steak.
That's one.
That's one steak, because this is 6 ounces, Alberti, which means, and it's no fat, which you're gonna eat from one end to the other. There's no fat, there's no gristle in it, and that's what makes this steak everything. And of course, the things that I think everybody loves to do is fajitas, tacos, quesadillas. Here's another little trick. When you are slicing with this steak or anything else, slice away from your hand. Let your hand rest here, slice this way. And as you slice, look at the beautiful slices that are coming off there. Because there's no fat, because there is no sinew, you can take these, put these in a skillet, and you've got an incredible fajitas, you've got tacos, you've got quesadillas, you've got things that make you look like you really know what you're doing. And I'm just a butcher, not a chef.
Well, you do really know what you're doing. And you know what? Let me just remind you, and then I'm going to welcome in Alberti because he's with me. But you're choosing the 10 count or the 20. And the 10 count immediate ship is very, very popular. So if that's something that appeals to you, please don't wait on that. When you get the 20 count, we actually save you $29. If you get the 20 count, though, shipping immediately, 2,700 remain, and that is it. February 15th. 800 to go around in that 20 count. I love that Ray was saying that you get this card. So if you feel like, okay, you guys were talking about this being in the everything steak, I don't know what ideas I can do, or I'm out of ideas, you've got them right here. He tells you exactly how to prepare the perfect steak. It comes with the seasoning that we all love, his seasoning. And Alberti, I know that you kicked this off with Ray at midnight, and you and I both love this steak, because Alberti and I, we like to go out for a good steak meal.
Yes,
and
we
now,
do.
Ray Rastelli steaks are our good steak meal.
You know, and here's the thing, right? So you will get this in time if you're picking it up immediately for Valentine's Day. What's easier than throwing a steak on the grill or on a skillet, or finishing it off in the oven, and you have it for date night? By the way, you can search date night on QVC.com. You'll get a lot of great ideas. But here's what I love, right? So there you can see the date night. You're going to see it on the screen right there, right? So pair it with your favorite vegetables. Happy anniversary, whatever it is. Happy birthday. Happy anniversary to Ray. Happy 5 years. Right? Happy 5 years to you, Ray. But Ray, I love what you just said. You said it makes you look like you know what you're doing. And last night at midnight, I was telling you about this, right? I had my whole family over, my brother, his wife, all 4 kids. I served the steaks up. The kids, everybody was like, how did you make this? I said, if you start with the right product,
the right
you
ingredients,
will always have the best results. And that is this steak. So whoever's watching, if you've never tried this before, pick it up today. If you have tried it before, you know that today's the day to get it, because you get the best price.
Exactly.
Our today's special value price.
And you know what? It's not that every brand gets to be the most recommended brand 2 years in a row. That's Ray Rastelli. It's the #1 brand here at QVC. They're celebrating 5 years. They became the #1 brand 2 years after they arrived here. We've sold over 4 million sirloin steaks. This is what Ray brought when he started 5 years ago. This everything steak is here. Your choice of the 10 count. So what's your favorite? Do you like steak in your chili? Do you like steak fajitas? Do you like steak kebabs? Do you like to grill steak? There is a recipe that you have in your mind, in your heart, that you love, that this steak can address. So here's the 10 count for that $22.25. There's the 20 count that saves you $29. Ships to you absolutely free. You just say, I'm clicking this, I'm putting it in my cart, and I'm going to promise myself that I'm going to stock up my freezer every 90 days. We will get this to you every 90 days. You get to save this savings. You get to save the free shipping and handling. You get to save the easy pay. But we don't have today's special values from Rastelli all the time. They serve the only 7-star restaurant in the world, Dubai. So when you're thinking, well, where am I getting my cuts of beef? From the same place that 7-star restaurant in Dubai is getting their cuts of beef. So that's knowing the provenance of your food and knowing I get great food because I've got great ingredients. It's M71143. That's the item number. Ray Rastelli, happy 5th anniversary. We are going to see you with Alberti a little bit later, too.
Yes. Thank you, Rachel.
Thanks, Ray.
Thanks, Ray.
This is the everything steak. Here's why auto delivery. Auto delivery makes sense.